the Women Unleashed podcast. Join us as we share with you the fun, confronting, wild, fucked up, epic, and raw side of being a woman in today's world. Nothing is off limits. Allow yourself to be inspired to be unleashed.
We acknowledge that we are recording our podcast on the traditional country of the Turrbal and Yagara people and pay respect to their elders past and present. We acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and contribution they make to this community. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Women Unleashed podcast. Today we are going to be talking about and acknowledging our partners for who they are for us.
Yes.
And the relationships that we have with them. Yeah.
This is going to be fun and confronting.
Yeah.
Because acknowledgement does not come naturally to me.
No, not
No.
all. No.
No, but we're not going to make it all about ourselves today. It's all about the beautiful humans in our lives.
Yeah.
I think it's really common for people to take for granted the significant other in their life. And I have certainly taken my partner for granted,
Yeah,
Like-
I do too at some points as well.
you know?
Because I think there's like this idea that there have to be grand gestures to be, like for us to be grateful for them. Like they have to be doing these grand, like exceptional things to be like, oh, they're so amazing. When, you know, it's like looking at the small stuff sometimes that
Yeah.
adds up.
Yeah, and I think that social media has a lot to do with that view of the world.
Yeah.
And I think there's a social agreement out there that particularly men should be doing certain things.
Yeah, like a romancing. There's,
Oh,
or no,
yeah,
no.
yeah. Like, yeah, they should be taking girls out and romancing them, but also, you know, still a bit of the breadwinner stuff. What else? Doing particular things around the house.
Yep.
Which we have done a previous episode on. But like, you know, paying for things.
Yeah.
Um,
Never been big on that one.
Yeah.
Happy to pay my own way.
It's weird though. I've been like said I've been happy to pay my own way, but then got real uncomfortable when it comes to paying and not wanting to. So yeah, Nathan has definitely had to call me on that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot.
I think it
Much
also
better now, though.
depends who earns more. Sometimes it can be that the other person does need to pay for more if they're earning like 3 or 4 times your income.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I guess it depends what your agreement is, right?
Yeah. Depends
And I
on
think
your agreement.
when we got a joint account, that really took out a lot of that, you know, because it was just like, oh, it's coming out of the joint account. No problems, babe, you know. But then it became a like, does this go on the joint account or not?
Yeah.
This is so funny. Cool. Well, yeah, we both wanted to do this episode because we think that the men in our lives do go above and beyond. Like
Yeah.
they are exceptional.
Yes. Yeah. Will's couldn't ask for anybody better to be a partner with or to have a baby with, really.
Yeah.
So,
Like I'm so glad I picked Nathan.
yeah, me too. And I'm glad Will picked me back.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so like Nathan blows me away by just how capable he is. Like in a broad spectrum. Like he will just go and build a pond or build a wall or put in the sliding window into the flat that we were renovating. You know, he just goes and does it. Voila. And then like next minute he'll be making the best ever scones you've ever had. Like I could go on forever about all the amazing things that he cooks, like lentil curries, what did I say the other day? Sausage rolls. They're on rotation at the moment.
Yum.
Like so good. Any kind of meat that he cooks, even though I don't really eat that much meat, but like just everything he does. And then he's like, you know, on the laptop, creating epic businesses, being a fantastic dad, like being great with all of his family, super adventurous, loving towards me, like, and really, I said to him one day, like, one of my goals, like, he's showing me love. like what real love is.
Yeah.
Not this buy things, expect something in return, conditional kind of love. And it would be a real delight for me to love him as much as he loves me. Like to learn to yeah, that would be amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, he's super incredible.
Yeah. He sounds, well, I know him very well, but he is amazing. Very capable and ambitious, and doesn't really seem to have like that procrastination, just gets in and does it a little bit.
He does, definitely, like
Yeah.
on some of the big things that he's working on. But then he'll go do like other stuff. You know what I mean? Like I had a bit of a breakthrough this morning when I was driving here going like, I'm busy. I'm just not busy on the things that are the important things. And I need to take more time to plan to then be busy doing the important things. And so like if his procrastination looks like browsing Reddit or just working on something else that it's not as important.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
So yeah. What about you, Will? What do you want to like tell the world about how epic Will is?
Well, Will for me is like a super ambitious person, which I love. He's a go-getter, and he once he kind of sets his mind to something, he just does it. There's no like procrastinate. It's just phenomenal how he just goes and gets it on with it and like smashes it out the park. He's just got that amazing brain. Also, he's so good to look at. So attracted to him.
Yeah.
He looks after himself. I don't know, he's just this amazing, he's just, it's so hard to like just put into words because he's just amazing to me.
Yeah.
Everything he does is just amazing.
Yeah.
He's kind, he's generous, he's loving, he's honest. He makes me feel, I don't question our relationship.
Yeah.
I don't have to like, ooh, does he, you know, are we still okay? Are we like, does he still love me or find me pretty beautiful? Like, I don't question anything. Like, I just know he doesn't make, there's no, yeah, I don't know.
That's cool.
Just know, you know? And being pregnant, he has just been like the best partner ever.
Oh yeah, the way they look after us when we're unwell.
Yeah, he just, you know, and obviously I was unwell for a long time, and he just did whatever I really needed. And even now, like, he looks after me. Obviously, I think he's like, there's like this extra protection I feel because you're carrying my baby. Like, it's
instinctual.
Yeah, it's an instinctual part of him. So, you know, he does cook me dinner and make, you know, these are the small things. Like, he'll make me tea and he'll go to the shops for me if I need something. Like, he just, yeah. He's awesome. He's so awesome.
And it's the little things that we forget. I think you said that earlier.
Yeah.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, Nathan did something so sweet for me the other day. And like, yeah, like when he's got things on in an evening, and depending on my internal state, I'll either just like not bother getting dinner ready like before he's got this thing on and just say, oh, I'm going to do whatever I do, you do what you do. But when the shoe's on the other foot, like he will always make dinner and make sure I've got some food. You know? Yeah. I'm like so self-centered like that.
Yeah, he feeds you. Well, like Will the other day, so with pregnancy, my feet have just been like expanding. And they're so like, especially after working all day sitting in the chair, they just blow up. And he like rubbed my feet the other day on my legs because they were so sore. And it was just, yeah, I just was like so grateful to him because feet are a bit gross. So I was very grateful that he wanted to touch my feet. So, yeah. But those things like putting a load of washing on or like making me a cup of tea or, you know, sending me a nice message, you know, I love you. Just a simple message during the day. I've been thinking about you today.
Yep. Yeah.
Just stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
That's...
And so Nathan never like calls me out on stuff that I ask him to do, like, and says you should be doing that. He'll like do it. Like the other day, I bought a a rasp for my horse's hooves, and I needed to put an handle on it. And the farrier said, "Look, just drill a hole." Farrier said, "Get your partner to drill a hole through the golf ball and tap it onto the end." So I asked Nathan to do that, and then I was like, why did I ask him to do that? I could do that. Nathan bought me a drill. Like, I can do that. And then the very next day he'd done it. And I was like, oh, yeah, I realized I really could have done that. He was like, yeah, I know. But he just goes and does it.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's good to do stuff for someone else. That's being a team.
Yeah.
You know, Will talks to me about that a lot. Like, I'll say, oh, you know, I should have probably put that load on rather than you. And he's like, it's fine. Like, we're... You know, we are a team, and I'm not going to, like, get mad at you because you haven't put a load of washing. Like, how silly, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he just... It's good like that, too. Like, I guess it's the way you communicate with each other.
Yeah.
He's fairly good at communicating. Well, we both can be fairly good at communicating and just saying what we need.
Yeah. I love the fact that Nathan's a really great talker. Like, he just talks and talks. Sometimes I'm like... That's enough.
Is there a mute button?
But I love that he communicates. I really, really love it. I really love it. Also, something else I want to add in, I love how strong he is. Like, he's not like the burliest dude you'll ever meet, but he is strong. And I love that he comes to the gym with me.
Yeah.
We go hiking together.
Yeah.
That he's faster than me, even though I don't like it. It gives me like some inspiration. Yeah, because I'm like, all right, don't run to beat him. You're going to beat you, Brit. But like, he's just...
The competitiveness nice too.
Oh, hell yeah. We are both mega competitive.
So yeah, me and Will are too.
Yeah.
I love it. I love playing games. Like, we go to Time Zone.
Oh, yeah?
And we play the games there. And I actually beat him sometimes. And he hates it. And it cracks me up because I am not a sport... I shock myself when I beat him. Like, but I do. And he's like, how did you do that? It's great.
That's so
I
good.
think playing games and stuff like that's really cool for relationship. Like doing childlike things sometimes.
Yes, playing. Yeah, and having fun. Because you're just really two bigger kids in adult, older bodies.
100%.
Yeah, any opportunity where I get to like sort of be like, hey, I won there, I make sure I get it. Because, it's they don't come by that often.
No, me either. I'm like, you know.
Like, while you're being just the perfect partner over there, like, just all the time. By the way, I just got one.
Yeah.
Just got one.
A one for Brit.
A one for Brit.
Yeah.
But really, I'm like thousands up because he's in my life. You know, like...
Yeah, we're winning every day.
We're winning every day.
Do we sound cheesy?
No. No, don't feel cheese.
No.
It's the talk about this with your girlfriends.
No. I love...
You know?
Yeah, I just love Will.
I think that I'm going to invite all the women listening, when you catch up with your girlfriends next, make an agreement to, like, this time we're just going to talk about the great things about our partners.
Because, you know, when you get on that train, and I'm not saying sometimes Will annoys me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, like, it's rainbows and butterflies all the time. But when you start getting on the train of, like, what's annoying you all the time, you stay on that train and it's really hard. And then you question everything. Well, you know, it just tumbles and rolls into this thing. Yeah. Where if you just keep focusing on the good stuff and, you know, go, okay, there's some stuff we need to work on, like we need to communicate, whatever, that's fine. But if you get into all the little things that you could point out, it's very hard to get back to like what actually is amazing. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I got 4 words for you, Taylor. What you feed grows. Yeah. Well, so yes. You said it a lot sharper than mine. I was a bit long-winded. Exactly. That's what I meant. Yeah. So what do you want to grow? Do you want to grow loving, kind, connected relationship? Or do you want to grow like an annoying, frustrating, disconnected, eventually probable separation, you know, and then on to the next one and replicate it over there. Like, and like, what's important to you? Is it like he you know, as an example, he didn't do the dishes last night, so you're going to make a big deal about it, or you're just going to let it go and be like, I'll just do them. Look, we'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's about sometimes just picking your battles
Yeah. So
a little.
I was on a real like train of destruction that I was creating, and Nathan would leave the banana peel on the bench. Every time I saw the banana peel, it was like he didn't. I was saying he didn't love me.
Yeah.
He didn't love me. He left the banana peel on the bench.
Oh, you're so poor thing. How'd you survive?
I know, right?
Yeah.
And now, since dealing with all of that, now he leaves the banana peel on the bench, and the first thought is like wants to get annoyed at him.
Yeah.
But then I catch it and I go, he's still in my life. He left it like, you know, one day, like when I'm old and grey, there will be no banana peel left on the bench. And I want to cry right now to say that.
Yeah.
And that means he won't be around anymore.
Yeah.
So I love the banana peel on the bench.
Oh, Britt. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like, that's creating something out of it that's so much better than it's like, it's a freaking banana peel. Like, you know, we make such a big deal. I do the same sometimes with Will. There's little things like he'll leave his shoes somewhere and I'm like, could he not just put them up? But who really? What?
Yeah.
Overall, is that really what I'm going to?
Yeah. And what I've started doing is actually, because the kids, they copy him more than they copy me with his hygiene around the house. And I don't mean like chemical, I mean all hygiene's like tidiness and whatever. He doesn't make the bed. Like he makes the bed more now that we're together. But beforehand, he never used to. So the kids never make their bed. He leaves his shoes all around the place. So the kids leave their shoes. Like, so really, I now instead of going at them, I'm like, look, babe, they're just copying you. So you got a choice. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know, and I guess what we're trying to get to the point of is like, yeah, pick your battles. And sometimes you do need to have these conversations. Like, there's sometimes the conversations need to be had. And I think the other thing is looking at how you communicate with each other as well through that stuff. Like Will and I, for instance, I wanted to talk to him about something. I spoke to him about it. I thought the conversation went well. Next day, it did not go well. It did not go how I thought it went.
yeah.
And what I said did not land how I thought it was going to land.
Yes,
so it just didn't come across.
Yeah.
And we started getting into it, and we both were, it was Friday night, we'd had a really big week. It was not a good time to have a discussion. So we decided to just park it, just do our own thing for that night, go to bed and wake up and discuss it. And I'm so glad we did, because the next morning it was a 10-minute quick conversation. I had realized overnight, like, I totally get how he got that from what I said. And, and then it was just sorted, you know? And that's another thing I love about him is like the way we argue or
resolve conflict.
Deal with conflict, resolve conflict is, you know, there's no yelling or screaming. It's just being direct and, don't get me wrong, sometimes it can be a little heated, but there's no yelling. It's not yelling and screaming and being immature. It's just, this is how I feel, this is how you, like, what can we do here? You know?
Yeah, you got to work it out eventually because you still want to be together. So
yeah, and it's just not worth, just not worth making a big drama out of it either.
Yeah, totally.
I'd just rather be happy. I don't want to miss a day out of our relationship being a shithead.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I'm similar with I've got what I want to say. I say it like, and I think it, like I want it to land a particular way.
Yep.
It doesn't. I don't know that it hasn't until maybe a few days later. And I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant. And so I'm definitely inquiring into how do I like be better at actually communicating what I'm intending to communicate. So, yeah, that's something I'm still working on.
Yeah. Oh, me too. Hey, we don't get it right all the time, but I guess it's how you then resolve it after that, you know?
Yeah.
And being honest and open about how you feel.
Yeah.
Is super important.
Definitely.
In that communication.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Yeah, we love our partners. They're awesome. And I think, yeah, everyone should take on a celebrating their partners,
yeah.
you know.
And thanking them, like I like to thank Will for doing stuff all the time.
Yeah.
And I think, if he does a load of washing or if he, and hey, like I know that, it's his clothes too. And like, we like
Yeah.
they're chores for both of us.
Yeah,
right?
who are you when your daughter comes along and you can be like, they're your clothes or
Yeah,
mine?
yeah, you need to clean them, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Get up. No, but like the whole it's for the house, right?
Yeah.
So I just think because it's nice to be thanked, and he appreciates it when he's like, "Thank you for thanking me."
Yeah.
Like it makes me feel good.
Acknowledged and appreciated.
So
Yeah.
and generally, not that it's that you try and manipulate them, but the more you thank someone, the more they do it anyway, because they
Positive reinforcement.
yeah, because they get that you are grateful for it, and they're
Yeah.
like, well, she actually appreciates it,
Yeah. Yeah, lately have been waking up happier, and I just thank Nathan for being here.
Oh, that's
I'm
nice.
like, thanks for being here, babe. Like, give him a big kiss. Like, it's so great to wake up to you.
I just love your face.
Yeah, it's great to see you in the morning,
Yeah. No, I
awesome.
agree. And I
So-
think we get, lost sometimes in like looking at the negatives and forget
Yeah.
the awesome stuff. So, and I guess the other thing is sometimes maybe the relationship is not working and maybe it's not the right person.
Are you talking hypothetically, not ours?
Oh, I'm not talking about my relationship.
Yeah,
No.
Yep. Just be
Hello,
clear.
having a baby with this man. No, but I'm just talking about, I don't want people to think like, all relationships are perfect and like that's...
No. They each have their challenges.
Yeah.
It has been equally the hardest and most rewarding thing I've ever done.
And sometimes maybe they're not supposed to work out. But definitely if you keep on that train of like the shit stuff,
Yeah.
it's just going to keep creating more shit stuff.
Shit. Yeah, exactly. If you look for shit, you'll find it.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Well, thank you for listening and having fun sharing what you've gotten for yourself out of listening. Our goal is for our content to reach as many people as possible and become the #1 women empowerment podcast in Australia. So a call to action from this episode is the next time you are catching up with your girlfriends or friends, or your mum or your sister or your cousin, your auntie, just say, hey, like, can we just talk about the great things about our husbands, partners, and see what comes of it?
Yeah. And let your partners know too.
Let them know. Yeah, let them know for being there. And also, please, share the episode so that other women can do this and leave a review and follow us on social media. Is it Women Unleashed Podcast?
Yep.
At Women Unleashed Podcast.
Yeah. That's us.
Bye.
Bye.